You say, if you really want to grow, real spiritual growth happens when there's only one of you inside. There's not a part that's scared and another part that's protecting the part that's scared. All parts are unified because there's no part of you that you're not willing to see.
Yes.
Oh, that's what being a whole person is, isn't it?
Yes, that's integrity. That's true integrity. You are integrated as a being.
Wow. Isn't that why we're all here, to figure out how to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's easy. We make it hard, but it's actually very, very easy.
I love this too, for everybody who's on the spiritual path, opening up your heart. Once you've made the commitment to free yourself of that scared person inside, you'll notice that there's a clear decision point at which your growth takes place. You just notice something starts to change.
Yes.
Spiritual growth is about the point at which you start to feel your energy change.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, an event is happening outside, you're talking to somebody, enjoying the conversation, and all of a sudden they say something that hits something inside of you, a soft spot, and your whole mind, your heart starts to close, your mind starts to figure out, why did they say that? Did I say something wrong? And you go south. You go somewhere, right? And you notice yourself starting to get involved in that reaction. And so at that moment, you have to decide, do I want to solve this? Does this need to be solved? And do I need to think about it? Or am I willing to just relax and let it pass?
You're talking about that chapter, Let Go or Fall?
Yeah, that's right now.
Yes. Because when something comes in to disturb you, if you don't let it pass right through you, you're saying that it will, the energy of it will drag you down into it, and then you think you become that thing. Right. So what are we supposed to do when problems show up?
The moment it starts with that chitter chatter,
your mind.
My mind, my first reaction inside is to relax and lean away from that.
To go to the seat of self.
You can use words. I just relax and lean away from it.
Okay.
Right? Yes, it's true. You end up leaning into the seat of self.
Okay.
But I lean away from the noise the mind is making.
And by seat of self, I mean that awareness that is my mind speaking. Yes.
So you're going to do one or two things. Once it starts, you're either going to lean into it and get involved. It'll pull you in.
Which is what
or
most of us do.
You have the right to relax and lean away. And what you're going to do is start to get some space. And you will learn over time that that's the smartest thing you ever did. Why? Because you gave it room to pass through, and it will pass right through.
Now, did this come to you over time? You learned this over time. I know I've read your story. You went to gurus, you sat alone, you meditated, you became almost a recluse.
Yes.
And, you know, for most of us, that's not the path we want to take.
Good.
You say good. We just want to be able to, and I say we, speaking for myself, I want to be able to be connected to that seat of the self.
Yes.
That is ultimately where God flows through.
Yes.
The power of God flows through. How do we begin to make that happen for ourselves?
So because I did all of that and tried all of that,
Yes.
I am so proud to come back and tell you, no, you don't need to do that.
You
In fact, don't do it. All you have to do is get to the point on your everyday life. Every moment of life is a spiritual experience. I know you know that.
Yes, I
right?
do. That's why we're here on SuperSoul Sunday.
And the reason it becomes a spiritual experience is because you've realized you are causing the vast majority of your own problems due to your mental reactions. So as life unfolds on a daily basis, you have the right to choose not to do that. You can still go to work. You still take care of the kids. You just lean away from this mess that the mind is doing to amplify and overemphasize or over-exaggerate whatever's going on.
And then what do? Lean into what that awareness is saying?
What will happen is when you let go of the noisy mind, you will end up in a seat of quiet, which I know you'll have to talk about. You'll end up in a seat of quiet because that's what it is back there. It's quiet.
Stillness.
The stillness, right?
Okay.
And my experience is that now you can look at reality and you will know what to do. Just the fact you don't have all this static, right?
Yes.
Means the quiet one who's clear will look at reality, and it will be pretty obvious what it is for you to deal with. Isn't it?
Yes. Ultimately, I think what we're all seeking, even when we don't know it. When I would ask people on the show for years, what do you want? Everybody would say they want happiness. But aren't we all ultimately seeking freedom?
Yes. We're seeking a state of absolute well-being, and that's what freedom means.